Hey, it's Brad with Brandley Promotions, and I have a cool video here I want to show you on some electronics a client recently just asked me about. So my first favorite this year is the 6-foot braided USB cable. It's an extension cable, basically takes your USB cord and extends it. So you don't have to be worried about someone's specific type of phone that they own. They can actually just use their own USB, plug this into their computer or the power bank, and then 6 foot later, they get to actually use their power cord. So it's nice for trade shows or for meetings where you don't know what phone everyone has. So it's very universal. This USB is still very prominent. It's actually the most prominent in the marketplace, where you'll see the escalation of USB-C, Type-C happening. This is still the dominant feature. So this is what's in every car. This is what's on every computer still for the most part. And it's the most universal. Just a really nice item. And it comes with, it can come with things like the braided pin. So this is kind of like a nice complementary set. It can be packaged together. You can put your logo on both. Just a nice little dual tech kit. Or individually purchased. So that's one I want to tell you about. Next one I like allows you to expand ports. So let's say you're traveling and you want to expand electric. So you have one, looks like two, three extra, maybe two. Did I count that wrong? Yeah, it looks like two extra. It turns your one into two, 110, and then it also has two USB ports, the standard USB. So that's nice when you're traveling to kind of just expand the amount of ports that you have in a hotel room or even at your house. Another really popular thing right now is the cord keepers. So this specific one is a cable organizer management system. And so if you take a look here, this is the logoed part. It's 4-color process. So you can print really any logo you want here. And then these individual little things will, let's see if we can take it out of the pack and actually demonstrate it here. What they do is they oh man, I'm going to ruin this thing real good. So, who cares? I guess that is what we got to do. We got to get it out of there. So, let me find a knife real quick and I'll be right back. Alright, for the purpose of demonstration purposes, I'm trying to keep the packaging as good as possible just so that I can show it off and it still looks pretty good. So here's the great part about these cable quacks, little cable keepers. So this gets actually glued to the desk, and then these little things will actually go onto your phone cable. And here's what's really cool about that is this branding stays in front, right in a main prominent part of the desk, so your client or your employee will continue to get visual of the logo. And then for each individual device that you have, so let's just say it's this extender, you would clip on one of these little what they call a cable quack, and then continually as you use it, you just kind of like touch it back to the location on there, and it holds your cable firmly from falling off the desk. So this could even be used at like bedside, because everybody probably charges their phone next to their bed, but also like at a hotel. So it could be a cool room drop gift for someone, and they could use it there. So it's just kind of nice. I'm sure you got things charging. Shoot, even probably in your car, because your phone cable slides down between your seats. So I just see a lot of great uses for that. I can't wait to actually order a couple samples in and mount it for myself. So that's the cable quacks. Also completely customizable. If you want to do a custom card behind there, a custom backer. This is probably one of my new favorite ones. It can be combined with, so you may have seen the webcam covers. So this kind of like goes across your webcam. You slide it, open and close, and it fits across your phone or your laptop. And so you could do even custom packaging where you put that, put it right here, do the cable quacks here, and then it's customized with your logo and your information all the way around it. Can still have the explainer on the back, but it's just a nice little piece. Supports electronics, will keep your logo noticed and remembered. So another one of my favorite ones this year is the 4-color process packaging around like headphones or products, or even anything. So it comes saran wrapped like this, has headphones in there, but you get to tell a story. So not only on the item on the inside is logoed, but it's also the outside packaging. So kind of whatever you want to communicate can be done on there. Another one of my favorites this year is the 2-in-1 lanyard. So if you give away a lanyard, typically the lanyard will be thrown away. This lanyard, after the conference, will not be thrown away. And the reason is, you just kind of pull this off and it becomes a USB port charger for a iPhone or Android. So you flip it over, so it's iPhone on one side, Android on the other, and then it really just extends capability. I consider this more of like an emergency cable than an actual cable that you're going to use day in and day out, only because I just don't think it's going to stand up honestly to hundreds of uses. This I consider just more of a use every once in a while cable. So for power banks, recently I've been liking really thin phone shaped or slim power banks that allow you to see the amount of energy that's left in the power bank. So some don't have that and don't show you how much is left in there, which then ultimately you are left with guessing if you are battery juice. Also, anything above 2300 milliamp hours, I think mAh is what the standard go is for electronics. That's going to help you charge your phone fully, and then this fits in your front or back pocket. Slides in a purse really easy. If you're wearing a suit, slides in your front pocket. So I'm a big fan of the USB bank chargers for your cell phones. So this could be paired with a number one of these others very, very well. Power bank wise, so specifically a drawback of this one would be that you would have to carry a secondary cable to charge this one. If you wanted to charge it on the go, personally I would just charge it at home and then take this as an emergency spare. But what's cool about this power bank is that a few things. One, it charges directly into the wall. I believe the mAh is 4,000 milliamps, so that's really great. Incredible milliamp hours. It's like probably 2 charges of an iPhone, but it has 4 USB sockets on the other side. So this is what's really cool. So think about this. You plug it in here. You can use it as a USB port expander. It also has a power bank inside. So it's like multi-versatile. You can charge at home, charge 4 devices at the same time, right through from the wall, but also like you're ready to leave, fold that sucker in there, and now you're taking off on the road and you've got an area to charge your phone. It's just like an emergency power bank. Really love this piece. Gives you a great area for 4-color process. You can do a bunch of really great logos on the outside of it. For electronics wise, a really big deal right now is smart plugs. Now they may not be the most affordable yet, but what this is going to let you do is program an outlet to kind of do certain things at certain times. Where typically, if you remember the old style, it had the dial on it and you had to time it to turn a light on or off at certain times. You just go into an app and you do that. So for example, I've got one at my front window that turns on and turns off at different times during the night, because if somebody is outside and let's just say they're out scouting the neighborhood, or they're looking for just to get into mischievous things, this kind of acts as if like the old Home Alone guy dancing in the window. It kind of acts as if somebody's home. That's one way I use it, but I mean there's so many different ways to use it. You can just literally talk into your phone and say, Alexa, it works with Amazon Alexa, Alexa, do my wake up routine, and you could have 10 of these around your house. One turns the coffee maker on, one turns a fan on, one turns a light on. Maybe it starts starts your straightening iron in the bathroom. One thing we've used it for as well, for my wife leaving for work, never leaves her straightening iron on anyways, but as a safety precaution, we put it through one of these so that she can't leave it on. She turns it off automatically, but this is like a secondary safety measure that, hey, we're all human, we all forget things. By no means am I saying that she is a mistake maker all the time, but it's really great to just have a secondary backup. You were familiar, probably over the years, of the cables that have multi-uses on the end of them. This one is really great because it actually has USB-C, which oftentimes is not included just because it's so new. But more and more and more and more devices are using that USB-C. So let me tell you why this is cool. So you can actually charge through this device. It's got USB, the standard USB, which is what you go into like the wall with, or typically you go into one of the charging ports here that goes into the wall. It's the most universal still. So this would go from wall to USB, and then from here you go into the other devices. So let's say you're carrying a power bank with you, and so we're going to use this power bank as an example. You'd plug in the USB here, and you'd plug that into here, and then the juice could be fed through to a USB-C device, so like an iPad or a phone that has USB-C, and it could also be used into an iPhone lightning cable, as well as the micro USB that goes on that side. So really great, big imprint area, inexpensive, so it's just a really great unit, folds up nicely, and then you've got that for the go. So yeah, anyways, I would highly recommend using these for something that's form and function, that goes into a pocket really easily. You can hang it on a bag, and guess what? Now you've got that emergency cable with you at all times. Again, it may not be your daily cable, but I see this as just a great value add piece that somebody's going to keep around. They're not going to throw that away. Similarly, I might as well just show you this as well. So on my specific bag, I like to keep this one here, and it's just on my keychain, and it's magnetic, so it just goes around the little loop there, and so as those come together, they kind of close together and just make a little hangs on the side of the bag. Guess what? I'm not using this every day, but it is so handy to have the ability to charge something up if I'm caught in an emergency, if a friend of mine's like, hey man, I forgot my cable, which happens all the time. Sometimes I'll even give them these, especially if it has my logo on it. Then I just tell them like, hey, you know what, just keep that, no big deal, just advertise for me, and tell, or if you have somebody that needs a promotional product or something with their logo on it, let me know. So this next piece is really, really great. It looks like a little bean bag, kind of sits on the desk, has a screen cleaner on the back, so you can wipe down your phone, wipe down your laptop, your LCD screen, but it sits on their desk. And the cool thing about this is the messaging all the way around. This has been a performer for the past, I've got to say, 3 or 4 years, a really top performer. And if I had a phone, let's just act like this is a phone, because I don't have a phone with me. So your phone would literally just sit there on somebody's desk. And if you look at it from the different sides, it's really great exposure for your logo, because guess what? It doesn't move off their desk. It sits right there. It's kind of, I like it because it's not rigid, right? So a lot of phone stands, you come sit down and they're rigid and it just doesn't jive. Well, this one you can kind of just toss your phone in there. It sits nicely. And another thing that I really like is the front here is still logoable, so you can see their message while your phone is in the holder, right? So that's really cool. Not only do you get the big imprint area here, but you get it out here while it's in the folder. So really great imprint area. You can communicate a lot of stuff all the way around this. This is called the wedge. It's like a little bean bag, kind of has a squishy feel to it. I really like that piece, especially for really anyone that uses electronics. Everybody's got a cell phone. Tech tattoos this year. So this is stuff that would go on your phone or even on your laptop. A lot of brands like these because they can pass them out and people just stick it, they have different, it's a sheet, so they have different variables for what they can put it on. So like a full phone tattoo or a little phone tattoo, or think you can throw this on your door, on your toolbox, on the side of your desk, laptop, on your cup. So if somebody had a nice cup that they wanted to actually just throw their sticker on, that's pretty popular. They want to represent their brand. Give them the opportunity to decorate their own favorite cup as well. USB, you may have seen these all over the place. So this is the this goes into your car's cigarette light adapter, but here's the deal. The branding is on the front. A lot of times you see it on the side, and guess what? When you plug it in, nobody ever sees your logo. I really like this one because it's right up front. It's not huge and bulky. It definitely tells you if you're getting power. So I really like this piece. Just super simple. Does what it's supposed to do. Keeps your brand in front. Another one of my favorites, the Tech Taco. So this is just a little tiny piece of leather with a connector, and pretty easily you can undo this and put in their power cables. It holds quite a bit, so you could put like a whole laptop cable in there. And then when you're ready to go or put it in your bag, you put it in there like this, and now your cables aren't all wadded up. So there's that. I like that for electronics. And I think I got 2 more pieces here, and I'll leave you with that. So the next one is a video brochure. So the video brochure is used for different things, but the second you open up video brochures, it starts playing a video. So depending on what you want to show or tell, it can kind of tell a story immediately. They can decide to switch through the videos just by the click of a button, and you can change the volume on it as it's going through. Pretty nice, cool impact. Kind of really is up to you what you present on it. And as you can tell, this one's Maserati, so they would send that out to potential Maserati owners. Small ones, so like a business card. So I'm literally showing you about a video card on a video card. That's pretty cool. Last thing that I think for me is good for brand exposure. 2 things. So the first one would be the sling grip. So this goes on the back of your phone or your case. So now when you are playing on your phone, that's there. So then you need to grab your phone or your coffee. You can hold your coffee, and I'll do that real quick. So you're picking that up and going out the door, and as soon as you're done, pick your phone up, and now you're working on your phone again. Now my phone is recording this video, so I can't really actually play on it, but that's that. And then the last one I really like is the actual 110 multi USB port. So here's what's cool about this. This gets plugged into the wall. This goes on their desk, and then their logo, your logo or someone's logo, is placed on the side here. Really a big area for logo exposure. And guess what? They're going to use these for iPads. They're going to use it for phones, for all sorts of charging their headphones. I've got 5 different devices that I'm always keeping charged. Really like that piece. I think between those items, I think you'll really have a good response. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Brad Rodas, Brandley Promotions. You can reach out to us on the website, or you can reach out to us via email. So brad.rodas@brandleypromo.com. You can go to Brandley Promo, and we can try to answer any of the questions that you may have left. So thank you again for tuning in. Hope you all have a wonderful day.